Now I will show you how to create counters with my Wargame CounterTool. So first thing I want to notice is we create counters for the operational module in this video. So these are counters in the style of Next War series from GMT. The counter tool can also be used to create tactical counters for old school tactical, or you can create your completely custom counters, but now we start with the operational module. So two things you need before you can create your counters. The first thing is you need to do research on which counters you want to create. So in this case I made this list of counters. These are just the air and naval and surface-to-air missile units. You can use different resources for your research, like Wikipedia or military journals or the military balance or whatever you can get your hands on. And I won't go into detail how I came to the number of counters here. I roughly, for example, for the air units, I use 12 or one counter per 12 units. In real life, but as mentioned, I won't go into details here. So just, you need to do some research how many counters you want. And for the ground units, you can see them here. These are counters I made in the last year with Inkscape, which was a huge amount of work. But this is the order of battle from last year. You also can see that you still got the Sukhoi 22, which isn't available now anymore. But we will use this just for reference for the ground units, for the naming of the divisions and brigades. So this was the first thing you need, so your research. And the second thing is you need a little bit of preparation in the counter tool itself. The tool works like this, that you first have to define a color scheme you have to define a color scheme. So you make it in the factions page, and as you can see, here are just different color schemes for different nations already predefined. But you can also create new ones. I won't go into detail here because in this video we create the order of battle for Poland, and it's already built in this color scheme. You just have to know you can simply create new ones, name it correspondingly, and choose the colors that you want and save it. So if you have done your color scheme under the factions page, you go to the order of battle page. And here you can create order of battles. So we start by clicking the new button, and we'll name our new order of battle Poland. So here, over here, I just gave it the name Poland. And you can also now select one of the color schemes from the factions page. So we select Poland here, and now the app uses this color scheme Poland for this order of battle. And now we just start by creating our first counter, and we will start by creating the helicopter units. So we start by clicking Add Unit Counter, and then in the Edit Counter dialog, in the counter type, we select the Hilo DOV. And just for your interest, in the operational and tactical modules, as they are labeled after certain games, there are already presets that have the style of the corresponding counters from the original game. So we click on Hilo, and now the counter has the typical Hilo design, and we just call it AW101. And it will be an ASW helicopter with one naval strike and a range of 20. And in the silhouette you can select a silhouette that should be applied to the counter. There are a lot of silhouettes of air and helicopter assets built in. You can also import your own ones, which I will show you later, but we just now select the AW101. We scale it accordingly and we hit OK, and our first counter is done. But we also wanted to have a backside. Yeah. So for our next counter, we make the Apache. So we click Add Unit Counter, we select the hilo, and now you could like type in everything now, but you also can open the wiki, and there are some units, like the most common ones, are already built in as a preset. Um, the basically it just stores the name, the values, and the silhouette, and the colors are applied accordingly to the selected order of battle you're in. So you can use this wiki with every color scheme, so with every order of battle. So we select the AH64, we hit apply values, and we can now see that all widgets are filled in with the pre-built values. We just call it AH64D, and we want one of these units, so we're fine, and we got our second counter. And now we make two hinds. So again, we hit add unit counter, we select the hilo, we open the wiki, we just type in 24, and we find the preset for the hind. We hit apply value, and we want two of them, so we type in 2 with the count, and you can see we got two hinds now. And this has been our helicopters, and now we go on with the air defense assets. So we start with 2 pack 3. So now in the edit counter dialog we select the missile SAM preset, which brings us to the air defense counters. We hit open wiki because here are also built-in counters, and in this case we use the pack 3, hit apply, count of 2, and they are done. And we do the same thing for the S125. So SAM, open wiki, 125, apply. And we want 2 SA6. So again, SAM, it's stored as cup in the wiki, we hit OK. And for the last one, we repeat the process. We add a new counter, select the missile SAM preset, open the wiki, type in what we're searching for. Now we just have to correct our name, and we're done. Oh, we want one of them, so it's fine. So now we got these counters already. We can also have a look at our complete order of battle if we click on the organization page and search for Poland, and here you can see what we got so far in a small overview. Just for showcasing, we can, for example, open a bigger order of battle that's already been done, for example Germany, and you can see that in the organization window you can have a nice structural view of your order of battle. So back to Poland. So now we go on with the air units. So we want to create a MiG-29A. So we just hit add counter. Now we select the air preset. And again, instead of manually typing in our values, we have a look if the MiG-29 is already in our wiki. And as you can see, there are a lot of air units here. And also the MiG-29A is already here. So we just hit apply values. We just change the name MiG-29A and we hit OK. And now we got our MiG-29A. And as the next one, we create 3 F-16C Block 25. So it's the same process again. We hit air units, we search for our presets, and we can find the F-16C Block 52 here. We hit apply. We want 3 of them. The only change we make is we want it just to be medium range in the air-to-air combat. hit OK. And now we want one F-16D block 25. Sorry, 52, not 25. So 1. And now we want one F-35. So Poland currently only has 4 F-35, so we won't make a counter with front and back side, but just the front side. So we again select the air preset, we search for the F-35, we hit apply values, and we just deactivate the two-step button here, and then we just got the front side. And the last one is one FA50. So again, air, just type in 50, and you can see there is a preset here. And if we have our overview, we can now see that the air units are now also built in our order of battle. So before showing this air unit, which will involve creating our custom silhouette, which I will show you in the next video, we just go on with the naval assets here. So we want one submarine, so we select naval sub. Here are no presets built in, but not many widgets either. So we just type in what we want here, the diesel submarine, and we choose our silhouette sub, and we're basically done. And the next one is surface action group with one value. We select the SAC silhouette, and now our ships are also done. And what's not in this overview here, but I know they got naval strike missiles too, so we select the anti-ship missile preset. Here are some presets in the wiki, so we select the naval strike missile. They got 3, and now they are also done. And the last thing here, these are cruise and ballistic missile points to showcase. They got corresponding assets, and these are under nation markers. So these are like markers for administrative purposes, and we add the ballistic missile and the cruise missile points here. So we got them also. And we do the silhouette stuff in the next video.